Transformer fans, this is 37 Rust Dog back again with another Transformers review, and this time we are going to be doing the review over Transformers, Robots in Disguise, Leader Class, Predacon, Megatron, Custom. And here he is. Well, actually, I'm going to have to do a complete circular around him because of the fact that he's a pretty good sized figure while in dragon mode. Yep, this is his dragon mode. As you can see, it's made from the Bionicle figure piece here, here, and here. And I also got a place for his gun, which is right here. Now this is off the Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime. This is also the Robots in Disguise Megatron, the Predacon version. Down here is the same thing. His head's made from Energon Megatron. I'll explain later. The chest piece, which is right here, is going to be from also a Bionicle. And last but not least, the feet are from the Constructbots Grimlock, along with the head. Now we're gonna review him at an angle because he's a real pain. But as you can see, he actually looks pretty cool looking. Even though I still got to work on this part right here, try to find a way where I can actually use that to cover his head. But other than that, and there's also another Bionicle piece inside of his neck. Now, to transform this guy, and he does transform, but you got to be he's very delicate. First, we're going to start with the feet. Now, this is the tricky part. Because on the feet, you got to turn the leg around completely, like that. Turn him around like this. Now, I got to take the gun out of his foot. This will be a bitch, so you can bear with me. I had to do a lot of drilling on one of his hands so you can hold his weapon. So that's done. Now we just got to bring that forward like that, and that foot's done. Bring this forward, and that foot is done. Now we're going to bring his leg down. You're going to hear, and it's off of a ratchet joint, so there's one foot, one leg. Same thing over here. Bring it down. It'll lock in place like that. Now here's where the really tricky part is. You got to make sure that his feet line up so he is not wobbly. And that took a lot of super glue. Almost went through like one tube of super glue. Now that the legs are done, like that, now what we're going to do is go to his tail. Turn it that way. It's going to unpeg. You got to be very careful though, because it will actually pop off. Oh, and there go, and see what I mean. But if you want to, pop that on there, rotate it like that. Rotate the whole second part of his tail, and this is where it becomes a pain in the ass. Right there, just like that. So that part's done. Now, him being pretty much top heavy, yeah, he's going to be having a lot of problems. Now he's got to extend the legs back like that. And the legs are done. Now I'm going to go ahead and raise this up because he gets a little bit taller. By quite a bit. Well, actually I grabbed the wrong thing to raise him up with. There we go. Now he has his paws out saying, "Stop!" Anyway, we're going to bring this leg, this leg in, rotate it. Well, shoot. And then bring that down like that. And that part's done. Then you're going to turn this. I'm going to angle it down so you can see what I'm doing. angle this down and push it all the way up till it locks in place. Bring that up. There you go. Now you can see why I was talking about how to do a lot of dremeling, so his weapon can actually hold, so he can actually hold his weapon. Same thing over here on this side. Rotate up. Bring that down. Bend. And now we're going to bring this back up. Pop it into place. And there you go. Now he's almost done. And he is really top heavy. Now we're going to lift the head. I'm going to scoot it back just slightly. Rotate Megatron's head around. And this is where it really gets to be a pain in the butt. Because you got to turn this at this right before, and then you're going to rotate his head around like that. Then you're going to rotate this back. Now that you have his head like this, you can pop the head off if you want, which I would recommend, and then pop it back on the place right here, and then bend it back, just like that. But make sure it kind of lines up with his head. So have that like a pointed crook thingy, whatever it is. Then I'm just going to bring these back and drop them back here like that. And voila, Megatron is hereby done. Now, yes, he is very top heavy. Now, if you want, you can bring this tail down and use his tail as a way to brace him so he doesn't fall over. But you're going to have to bring that last piece up and then over. So that, damn it, hold on. Showing you what I'm talking about. Bring this around like that. Then angle it down. There, he'll be able to stand on his own like that. Now you can do whatever you want with him like that. I'm going to leave him just like this. Now his weapon will go in this hand only. I'm going to angle it over this way. I don't know whose weapon this was. I think it was Optimus Prime from the Protoform figure. But I'm giving it to Megatron for his weapon. This sucks. There we go. And there he is. Megatron in his Predacon form. Yeah, like I said, it took a year to work on this guy, because I basically took the Optimus Prime body part from the Robots in Disguise, super glued it, or actually took that in his waist, since it was all together, since I had no legs, and I had the regular Predacon Megatron legs. I went ahead and used those for him. And in the end, it actually turned out pretty cool. Now I know I gotta work on the bottom part, right below his waist, which is right here. Because originally I wanted to make him more like a jet, but it did not work out right. But he can transform into a jet, but we're not going to have him into a jet mode, because after seeing the series of Robots in Disguise and realizing that he was able to transform into like 10 different alternate modes, that was very annoying. A lot of people thought it was cool, but if you're a Predacon, why are you wanting to transform into Earth mode vehicles? And then when you do, you look kind of ridiculous. But like I said about the chest piece, chest piece is made from a Bionicle. But other than that, I mean, he looks cool. I'm happy with him. Granted, he's a pain in the butt to transform into. Back in the, he's easy to transform into Dragon mode, but I did bring in some comparisons. And on this, I had to fix his feet because of the fact that, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring out the comparisons, because in the storyline that I'm planning on working on, it's gonna feature a new series, which is gonna be part of the Crossworlds, but it's gonna be entitled Predacon Wars. I'm just trying to figure out what characters I want in it. If I want to just kind of use the robots in disguise from I think it was 2000 in it, but I'm just going to bring all these guys out right quick so I can show you what figures I'm going to be using for the Predacon War series. Because apparently in my script that I'm working on, I'm only going to do up to 30 episodes of Crossworlds, and after that, then the Predacon Wars picks up where the others leave off. But it happens like, I'm going to say about 20 years into the future. And I'm trying to get this one transformed because he does not want to transform properly. But anyway, how the hell with it. Doesn't transform properly, oh well. But these are the ones that I'm going to be using for the storyline. And there you go. We got Twin Strike. I'm going to look up the names of these right quick because I had them memorized and apparently totally forgot what their names were. But here's going to be the Predacon lineup. Now you notice it's going to be missing Scourge, and I meant that for a reason. Because in my Predacon storyline, I don't want to give out any spoilers, but it's going to be really interesting because apparently Shockwave creates the Predacons and then all of a sudden they turn it against him. That's one storyline, but I'm trying to come up with some cool ones. But other than that, this is going to be the characters for the Predacon Wars. And yes, they're going to be going against the Autobots. Not Maximals, but the Autobots. But until then, this is 37 Rust Dog signing off.
Transformers.
Hello Transformer fans, this is 37 Rust Dog back again with an update. I know in my review I mentioned something about his vehicle mode, his Earth mode, his Earthbound jet mode. I do believe I mentioned it in the review. Well, since I just toyed with him and I came up with a vehicle mode just for him. Parts of the camera is actually getting pieces of it, but this is the mode I was talking about. Looks dorky looking, however it works. Now he can be like this, or I'm gonna bring the wings down, or you can be like that. But that's his other mode. But other than that, this is 37 Rust Dog signing off.